might be able to hear the coolant is just about done draining. What we're gonna do is start working on pulling the radiator. We have to pull the radiator to do the AC condenser up here, and then I think it'll free up a ton of room to do both projects, the oil pump, or not the oil pump, the oil cooler and the AC delete, get that all out of the way. And then, like I said, start hacking away. All right, fans are out. Look at all of this room for activities. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start pulling the radiator so we can get to the condenser. Now that we have some room, we can get to some of this stuff. So keep trucking along. All right, it's gonna be kind of hard to see, but there is this line here. It's on the bottom of the AC condenser. That one kind of fought me a little bit, but it is off, it's draining. I can't really tell now, but pretty sure it's power steering. It's kind of, it looks red, so that's kind of what I'm guessing, and it looks a little bit thicker, but that's out. Half of the radiator's out, and then there's one more line for the AC right there at the bottom. All right, so it's out. So there's a line down here at the bottom, there's a line here, and then the top one here. I'm gonna pull the radiator out here in a second. I'm gonna get this all cleaned up, and because I spilled stuff everywhere, so I have to get this cleaned up next. All right, as you can probably hear, they're both out. We have a huge mess of assorted fluids to clean up, but that's it. So any day now we should have the oil cooler delete stuff. I'll probably do that and the AC at the same time, but I'll keep the video separate. So like I said, I think it's 4 a.m. right now, so we're gonna call it a night, get our stuff cleaned up, and then whenever that gets here in the mail, we will slap that on. All right, so like you just saw, upper radiator hose, block off plate, block off, and the bolts for the block off plate. This all came from Improved Racing. I'll leave the parts there for you. I ordered it. It says 5 days. I got it in 2, so go check them out, and then we'll be heading out to the garage to throw this together. And then there's a bolt right here. Well, it's a line going into the side of the block. It's huge. I don't know if I can zoom in on it, but it's gonna be that one right there. We have to figure out how to get to that. It might be easier to go underneath the car, but that's gotta be coming out next. All right, so there is a little horseshoe clip on this fitting. I had to pull that. I'm gonna end up having to put, it's a 34 millimeter there. I ended up having to move the header and then the alternator bracket out of the way to get all this stuff out. So kind of been a pain in the butt. All right, so just real quick, this is the old, you can see the fitting there. This is gonna be the new, this is what we're replacing with it. It's just a cap. and it's gonna be a 17 millimeter. So we'll go put this in now. All right, guys, oil cooler is out. I don't know if you can see, but I did end up cutting it. This line was fighting me big time. There's a little clamp that sits about right here, and it is wedged between the frame rail, the motor mount, and the block. So I just cut it, and then I just bent it and wiggled it out. So I think all we have left to do is put that one last little block off plate down there, but it's coming along. All right, now the last part will be right above the oil filter right here. There's gonna be a little slot in the oil pan. We're gonna be putting this assembly in there, and then that should be it. All right, you can see that's done. We'll slide out real quick. You can see everything's done up here. The last thing we're gonna do, and we're not gonna do it right now, is we have the new radiator, the upper hose. I'm gonna wait to put the radiator in because we're doing the AC here, probably in the next week or so. We'll pull all the rest of the AC stuff. And I don't want to damage the radiator, trying to mess with any of the lines or the pumps and stuff. So to wrap it up, basically, it would just go like this, something like that. But we're not gonna do that because we have more stuff to do. So make sure you guys stick around. AC is coming out next. I will weigh this stuff real quick to see what we are gonna save in weight. But here we go.